evening, and I'm Nicola Maxfield, and welcome to my presentation on the human nutrition and digestive system. Firstly, I will discuss the digestive structure and the function of the digestive system, the process of mechanical and chemical digestion, how enzymes break down food, and the constituent diet of a balanced diet. Digestion is a vital process within our body. It actually sustains all life processes, as by digesting our food we are able to absorb the nutrients we need to fuel metabolism, respiration and other vital bodily processes. The digestive system comprises of a digestive tract and the digestive organs. There are several steps to the digestive process which I will go on further to discuss in more depth. Within your mouth is where the mechanical procedure of breaking down food begins. This includes your teeth and your tongue, which roll your food into a bolus using the form of mastication. Amylase within the saliva secreted by the salivary glands start to break down different foods, helping to speed up the actual process. The pharynx is where the bolus then passes through, which takes food, water and air from the mouth during the digestive process. There is a flap at the back of the throat called the epiglottis. This stops food from entering the windpipe and the lungs, stopping someone from choking. The esophagus is where the process of swallowing becomes spontaneous. Here the bolus is pushed through the esophagus, a long continuous tube extending from the hypopharynx to the stomach. Rhythmic contractions known as peristalsis push the bolus down into the stomach. Next, we have the liver and the gallbladder. They play a vital role in the digestive tract. They are both responsible for the production and storage of bile, which is a yellow-green substance made from water, bile salts, cholesterol and the pigment bilirubin. Bile leaves the liver using the bile duct and is transported to your gallbladder, which helps to digest fat and is used to break down lipids in the small intestines. The stomach, found in the upper left quadrant below the liver, is a muscular coat churns the bolus, combining it with gastric juices produced by the stomach gland, breaking it down into a usable form called chyme. It then moves to the small intestine after the breaking down phase. The small intestine consists of three elements, including the duodenum, jejunum and ileum. It uses enzymes from the pancreas and the bile from the liver to break down food. Peristalsis move along the chyme, which become alkaline in the duodenum, combined with the pancreatic and intestinal juices, before the digestion is complete and the residue goes into the large intestines. The large intestine's function is to absorb vitamins, turning food into feces and extract water from feces. It is comprised of four parts. The first segment is the ascending colon. It flows upwards across the abdominal cavity, where the nutrients and water removal process takes place. The transverse colon is the second segment, and it is the part of the colon that is the longest and the most movable part. The descending colon is the third segment. This section retains feces that will be cleared from the rectum. Sigmoid is the last segment of the colon. The rectum is where the functioning of the colon sends the waste as the end of the digestive tract, and it serves as a temporary fecal storage site. The anus, which is the terminal part of the digestive system, which is the opening by which feces is removed. Mechanical and chemical digestion. Chemical digestion breaks down compounds to a higher molecular weight into compounds with lower molecular weight by enzyme-mediated hydrolysis. Mechanical digestion begins with the breaking down of food within the mouth. Food is torn, ground, shaken or mixed up with juices or saliva to dissolve into smaller pieces. This is the physical act of breaking down food. Enzymes help to break down food into smaller units that aid in digestion and speed up the digestive process as a catalyst. In certain conditions, enzymes work better. Enzymes in these environments are fine-tuned molecules that function well in different areas. The enzyme slows down if the temperature is too hot and operates slowly if the temperature is too cold. The human body temperature is about 37 Celsius. This is the optimum temperature that enzymes in the body can function accurately. For pH, which depends on where the enzymes are in the body, this is not the case. I will be discussing two enzymes in particular, the first one being lactase. Lactase breaks down lactose and into glucose and galactose. It is the enzyme responsible for breaking down lactose, which is sugar present in dairy products such as milk, cheese, yogurts. It is found in human small intestines and extracts nutrients from food when it travels through it, allowing the bloodstream to absorb it. The ideal working temperature is 37 degrees, with it varying within a 2 to 7 pH range, of which 6 is the optimum amount it should be. If the lactose does not break down, it will not be consumed. Lactase may be used to increase energy and body functions. If there is a lack of lactase, bloatiness, cramps, and loose stools can also be induced by this. Pepsin is a chain of enzymes which is the first of the glands in the stomach which produces protein called pepsinogen. If pepsinogen in the stomach combines with hydrochloric acid, it transforms to pepsin. Pepsin then breaks down the ingested proteins and converts them into smaller peptides called molecules. The lining of the small intestine then absorbs these peptides. The body then uses the amino acids to burn as food or to produce fresh protein within the small intestine to further break down into amino acids. Preferably at a pH of around 1.5 to 2. This is called the normal acidity of gastric juices. When the pH level exceeds around 6.5 or higher, it's case sees as functioning properly at all. The constitution food groups of a balanced diet. In nutrition, the term diet means the full set of nutrients eaten by an individual and can be reduced due to personal preference, weight, targets, medical causes and allergies. Our setting, family, home, personal preference, religious values or economic conditions typically mould our dietary habits. Our decisions have a huge impact on our well-being and the way that our body actually works. Both essential nutrients are used in a balanced diet. Macronutrients such as carbohydrates, proteins and fats, and micronutrients being minerals and vitamins. Macronutrients are nutrients that the body uses in smaller quantities. They play a large part in the body's metabolic activity. These contain minerals and vitamins such as iron, magnesium, sodium and zinc. Macronutrients are essential, offering energy, calories and the building blocks of cell growth, immune function and overall recovery. Used for physical energy, deposited as fat, generating heat and create muscle. These are proteins and carbohydrates. A healthy diet contains all essential nutrients, macronutrients such as carbohydrates, proteins and fats, and micronutrients being vitamins and minerals. Proteins, carbohydrates, fats, salts, vitamin, water all constitutes of food. The proteins form new tissues and repair damaged tissue. Carbohydrates give the body energy. Vitamins control the metabolism. Water hydrates the body and aids digestion, excretion, regulates body temperature. There are 5 food classes that are advised by the government. Balanced diet, which one of the diagram are fruit and vegetables, potato, rice and other starchy carbs, pulses, fish, eggs, beans, dairy and dairy substitutes such as soy, oils and spreads. The government and the medical establishment categorise food into a food group to help members of the public recognise the constituents that make up a balanced diet, quantity of each used. A healthy diet this contains in different amounts of all the 5 food classes, as you can see on the diagram. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Feel free to ask me any questions if there is something that I haven't covered or you would like to more information about. Thank you.